Health and medicine among the ancient Maya was a complex blend of mind, body, religion, ritual, and science. Important to all, medicine was practiced only by a select few, who generally inherited their positions and received extensive education. These shamans acted as a medium between the physical world and the spiritual world. Since medicine was so closely related to religion, it was essential that Maya medicine men had vast medical knowledge and skill. It is known that the Mayas social boots with human hair, reduced fractures, and were even skilled dental surgeons, making prostheses from jade and turquoise and filling teeth with iron pyrite. In understanding Maya medicine, it is important to recognize that the Maya equated sickness with the captivity of one's soul by supernatural beings, anger by some perceived misbehavior. For this reason, curing a sickness involved elements of ritual, cleansing, and herbal remedy. So to heal bone setters in San Pedro Atitlan represent a different approach. They believe that they are divinely called to the vocation through dreams and use sacred objects called huesos in their work. These sacred objects might be small animal bones, post herbs, obsidian or jade pre-Columbian artifacts they have found. The huesos are said to move over the body of their own accord and indicate to the bone setter the location and type of injury. The bone setter uses the object in setting out or realigning the bones and then uses lubrication to touch the area directly and finish the treatment. These bone setters rely heavily on a supernatural or divine element in addition to normal skills.
Yo la dado. En sueño recibí
This is
bastante.
Angela Batts, one of the most famous bone setters in San Pedro. She believes that she received her skills as a gift from God through a dream, and then she was confirmed when she found the huesos under a rock. She is a devoted Christian and makes sure that her patients know that the healing is coming from God. With many years of experience, she is able to identify what kind of patients she can treat and which ones she sends to the hospital. Any open wound is directed to the hospital right away, and she immobilizes big fractures for months. She also uses different herbal medicines to decrease the swelling and the pain. She makes continuous follow-ups and is very well known by many. The bone setters are the first ones to be consulted in any case of injury. Midwives in Maya societies are responsible for the Ahtuh, which means pregnant woman, and her unborn child throughout the pregnancy as well as the week of bed rest following the birth. Unlike other societies in which individuals choose their occupational fields, the Maya people believe that they receive a sacred calling from God through dreams, which allows them to practice their destined occupation. Some are identified from birth and they would get sick if they don't practice. Praying is considered key in the delivery of a child, and as soon as the midwife is informed of a birth, she begins praying. She is also expected to pray before entering the house and before touching the pregnant woman. She must also pray to each of the four corners of the room, which is said to house invisible guard. Today, the Maya keep many of the ritualistic traditions of their ancestors. Elements of prayer, offerings, blood sacrifice, replacing human blood with that of sacrificed chickens, burning of copal incense, dancing, and ritual drinking continue in their traditional ceremonies. This is the story of Lucia, who is a midwife and a nurse. She started her career at age 22 because of a call in her heart to help women. She started receiving some training at the health center and helped people from her family at first. Then she knew what was normal about deliveries, but her interest in being a better midwife took her to continue studying nursing to better serve. In all her years of experience, she states that she has not delivered any kid that brings what the ancestors call like a veil that determines the future of the new comadrona. Lucia is from Bethel's church, and as a Christian, she has the most soft and willing heart to service. She is well known in San Pedro as one of the most experienced midwives, and she loves what she does for the Lord. I can't believe the end of the school year is around the corner. What a wonderful year it has been, and what a time filled with experiences and blessings. When the school year started, my life had taken a totally different course. My days were full of joy with the unending display of energy of the little ones. Being available for them to clean their scratched knees and touch their bellies when they hurt is a heartwarming experience and our reward from God. Seeing them in the office one by one and filling out their medical records kept me busy at a steady pace. The goal was to see them before the medical team was coming in April. The medical team came with God's magnificence, and 504 patients were seen during that busy week. We were still seeing the fruits of such an incredible blessing and already looking forward to the next year's visit. Total of 1,178 patients have been seen during this year in the clinic, including home visits to the elderly. 601 patients have been seen in the multiple visits to the remote villages: Sucubal Ixtahuacan, Paquib, Sucubal Costa, Chuajic, San Miguelito, Chuy Santo Tomás, Monjas, Soomip, Pasajequim, Costa. All of them bring a different kind of service to the poorest. The outreach of Proyecto has no limits since the need is so big. Guatemalans' main causes of death in children are not any different from those found by the World Health Organization. 45% of deaths are in the neonatal period, which is 0 to 27 days, being prematurity the leading cause. Second cause is the intrapartum related complications, including birth asphyxia and neonatal sepsis. After the first month of birth, pneumonia becomes the first cause, followed by diarrhea. Another outreach program started this year was the screening for malnutrition in kids of the public schools. 779 kids were evaluated, and we will be working with the health center to support their program in education and identifying new cases. Experiencing a new role as a teacher was a fulfilling task. 11 students from high school rotated in the clinic and had a glimpse of what their lives will look like if they choose to continue in this path. Basic nursing skills and theory of the different systems were the subjects taught. We need to pray for these students so they will find in health services the way to serve God and to serve a population so much in need.